Hello, my name is Swissbianco. In this video I will talk about the umarex TDP45 tach. This is a bit tactical or upgrade version of the TDP45. I did already make a video on that airgun, and we're gonna have a look on the tach version and what is a bit different compared to the regular one. Also, I'm gonna talk about the magazines. So as we look at the container, that's how it looks. I did already test out the gun itself. It's a pretty big container. We see 410 feet per second. The BB gun is relatively strong, so that is not a toy. It's really dangerous, especially in combination with the BBs as they bounce back. We have two CO2 cartridges that come with that set, and also some BBs in a bag, but those I did already use up. 400 steel BBs of the umarex brand, and the two 12-gram cartridges as well from the umarex brand, of course. That's what we see here. We see the website umarexusa.com. There you see the latest informations, and made in Taiwan. On the back side we see some more information there in English and French as well. This one comes with a laser. On the bottom part there is usually the manual. The paperwork is exactly the same as we had with the TDP45. There on my TDP45 video is the manual in detail. What we have additionally here on paperwork is the laser instruction manual. This is quite a sheet. We're only gonna look on the English variation. They have it in Spanish as well. It's pretty basic, but that is on the video as well. The laser just slides in on the Picatinny rail, and we're gonna see how it is actuated. What is a bit of trouble with it is to install or change the batteries. The compartment is really tiny there, and that is a bit a problem. Part can be easily broken off, so be careful in that regard there. Then the item, as we unpack it, we have basically the Allen key with 3 batteries for the laser module. The laser has these buttons that pushes a bit on the spring there. It's not much of a action there. Basically you slide it on, the laser comes out here. This is made in 2014 in August. We have then the switch on the back side. We see off, and then we can put it that way on or the other way on. On the bottom is the battery compartment. This one is a bit tricky. First you slide it that way, and then you can open it up. It has that fabric in there, and you see the batteries. That is the only tricky part there. Not that you break off something. This is more for training and not for hard use. Then you go down again and slide it backward. That's all what it is. We see the usual laser sticker. We have on top the part for the weaver rail. On the bottom part we have the same weaver rail. We have here the adjustment screw for up and down, and on the other side for left and right, together with the correct Allen wrench that is easy to adjust. Then we have the magazine, of course, that comes with the gun. It's just one magazine, unfortunately. Would have been good if they give you a second magazine. Then we have this part here, and don't look at the red dot, that is not gonna come with this set. Basically that's just one that I did quick mount to test it out. It comes with this adapter that fits over the weaver rail in this part here, and below we have again the weaver rail part 2, so you can mount the laser on it. So it's pretty flexible how you wanna mount it. If you wanna mount this part on the gun and then the laser below of it, or if you wanna put the laser on here directly. On this sample here, the laser, the alignment of the weaver rail was not correct in both ways as expected. If you adjust the laser for be correct on the rail there, it was way off on this rail, so that's not gonna interchange or switch too easy without adjustment. Then we have the gun itself. It's a CO2, it's the exact same as the TP45, just the tactical version means it has a fake silencer. That may give additional velocity because it's a little bit like a bottle extension, and it has a thread on the muzzle to screw on. It's relatively fragile made. The part here could have been a bit thicker, and we see the thread. I did already lube it up, and there we have a O-ring, so don't over tighten the screw on part. The part here is simply a tubing that is plastic with the thread on one side and a bit a part here. That's all what it is, and this is not gonna silence. There is no baffles in it or anything like that. This is just a fake silencer. It's just for the look that they added that one. There are real silencers for BB guns. The problem is with this construction, with the moving barrel, that's not gonna get quiet. Also there is a gap between the barrel and the silencer, if it's a real one or a fake one, so that is still a lot of gas or noise can escape. So that's not gonna work on this design too well to even use a real silencer, and even if that is legal like in some parts of England and Germany. USA in this regards is a bit more a problem. And that is how that is, but with this gun it would not help anyhow for silence it. So the difference on the muzzle is like that. It's just a bit of extension part that they build in. The rest of the gun is all the same. We see on the first one that I got, the white dots are brighter than on the second one. Also on the second one they are off a bit, so the paint job was not 100% done. That is just some of the tolerances that they have. If you wanna put on the rail, you see here already the marks, and that is on the other side the same way. You slide that over all the way behind, then you need a screwdriver. The front screws are blind. These two screws you need to tighten on. I just tighten on one. You of course should do all 4 of them, and then that is how that would look like. And then of course we can screw that part on here as well. This is a left hand thread, so it's awkward. I don't know why they selected the left hand thread, quite likely to make it less easy to put something else on it because it's a left hand thread. I did not measure the thread yet what it would be, but it's left hand, unusual. So that's how the item would look, and then you can add on the laser by simply slide it on. It has a bit of force needed to push it all the way in, and once it's in there, it just clamps in there. There is no screw or something that goes and hold it really perfectly there. That's just the way it is. That is more for easy and cheaper way of training. The safety, of course, is on this side, and we have the laser then that is easy to actuate with the finger. If you are right hand shooter, you simply press that down and then the laser is on. A pretty bright laser. It works pretty good even on a distance. I did shoot with this gun to about 10 meters because it's relatively powerful, and everything was well. Pretty accurate too. I liked it so much, so I got me that tactical variant. The TDP 45 was on sale for $19, free pickup by Walmart, and this one was on sale for $26, together with the laser, the fake silencer, and the optical mount. No red dot, the red dot I had already. So for $26, that is quite a deal. They also had umarex BBs, 1500 BBs for $2, and they also had the Crossman brand CO2 cartridges, 12 gram for this gun, on sale, 40 pieces for $12. Much cheaper. You can't shoot such firearms anymore. That is really nice for training and for having fun, and this is really a fun gun. Once you get used to the trigger pull, it's like a double action only. You can oil it a bit, that it gets better. It really is nice in the hand, and I like it a lot. It's a good quality. Hopefully for the future it's going to be more durable. Would I select the TAC version over the regular one? Quite likely not. The optical mount is a bit overkill. That's just for looks, and I did test it with the red dot and with the laser. I would say the laser is for sure worth it. Maybe the laser on the regular one, which I can show. We simply can take that off and put that on like that. So that is quite likely the variation that would be most nice. Problem is, on this side the laser is really easy activate. It doesn't need much to switch it on or off there, so be careful if you storage it or transport. That's gonna easily ruin the batteries by drying them out. So for the price, I would say it was worth it. The $19 to the $26 for the other parts and the BBs and all what came with it. But if I only would buy one, then for sure the one here for $19. Problem on this system is the magazine. Those are pretty expensive and relatively hard to get. It's a universal magazine. We see here 10 BBs are in it. It's a metal construction. They make the same magazine in a plastic version as well, and this one is used by a Crossman C11 and some other guns. I got two of those for less than $10 shipped from eBay. That is way better price than the metal ones. And now what is different is the magazine lockup. We see here, and that did not yet work out because the JB weld that I use is not working with this plastic too well, so I need to take that off and use epoxy glue, 2-component glue, and try that out. Basically we had here the same as we have down here and here, and the part up here where you slide the magazine in to the gun, it will interfere and cause a bit hiccup as you put it in, so the magazine change is not that fast. So this needs to be removed with epoxy glue, hopefully better version that holds on that plastic what they used for the Crossman version on the same magazine. Then second change is the magazine cut. The magazine interlocks in the gun with this corner here, so basically that part here did look the same up on top here, so I needed to cut out a bit more, and this again also is only a rough done, but it works. That gonna get smoothed out. That was a quick test that it actually works. So you need to move the slot upward that it locks in the same height as the original magazine, then those magazine works. They are for sure not as a quality as the metal one, but also they are lighter. If you gonna carry the thing, the magazine is way lighter, and for umarex it would be quite likely have been better to select 2 or even 3 magazine of the plastic variation that are already from the factory fitted for this gun here, instead of only 1 of the metal magazine. Problem is, as you gonna shoot this pistol, those magazines gonna get empty pretty fast. It's a fun gun. It shoots pretty fast, so you are constantly reloading if you're not gonna have spare magazines. If you're gonna buy the original umarex magazine, that's really expensive. I think about $19 for one piece, compared to $9.90 for 2 pieces of the plastic Crossman C11 and some other types. So that's the fix that I gonna do. Those 2 magazines were test. They work. I'm sure I'm gonna find a glue that sticks on better to that plastic there in a while, and then that is perfect. So I'm gonna order me some more magazines, that I have basically 3 magazines per gun, 1 that came with it and 2 spares. Also there is another umarex gun in a similar design that I did show on the first video, if I remember correct. That magazine will work on that gun too, and quite likely I'm gonna make a separate video on that matter in a while as well. So that much about the umarex TDP 45 TAC, tactical looking trainer in a CO2 with BBs.